Hello everybody and welcome to the KD Adventures, where we make theme park and adventure videos every single week. If you enjoy watching this video, make sure to let us know by hitting that like button. And if you're new to the channel and you're feeling extra cheeky, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single thing. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram, just search for the KD Adventures. Right then, so welcome to this week's video. Now the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World is slowly creeping up on us now. It starts on October 1st, and if you don't already know, they have big plans. Disney have got a huge celebration lined up. In fact, they even recently released their official commercial for the event, which has personally made me even more excited. I may not be able to make it there for October 1st, seeing as I'm stuck here in the UK, but I'm really hoping that I'll be able to make it there at some point during the celebrations. But it's not just Walt Disney World as a whole that will be celebrating their anniversary on October 1st. Epcot will also be celebrating their 39th birthday on October 1st too. And along with that, plenty of new additions will be coming to the park between now and the end of 2022. So in today's video, I'm going to be going through the top 5 most exciting additions coming to the park. So let's get straight on into it, and let's start off with Harmonious. Back in September 2019, which seems like a lifetime ago, the much-loved nighttime spectacular Illuminations Reflections of Earth at Epcot came to an end. Illuminations began in October 1999, so for such a classic show to end after 20 years, Disney World of course needed to replace it with something even more spectacular. The brand new nighttime show replacing Illuminations will be Harmonious, and will celebrate how Disney music inspires people across the globe using huge floating set pieces, LED panels, moving fountains, lights, pyrotechnics, and lasers. The events of last year put all the new additions across the Disney parks on hiatus, Harmonious being one of them. But before the park's closures, the new nighttime show was well into development. Harmonious is now close to being finalised, and it is expected that we will hear a completion date very soon. Disney have always been the kings of theme park shows, and this one will be no different. Disney have said that this show will be on a massive scale like they have never done before. And looking at the huge fountains that were recently installed, it's looking like this will be true. Harmonious is going to be incredible, and I'd imagine that whenever Disney announce the return of nighttime spectaculars like Happily Ever After at Magic Kingdom, they will also announce the date we will all be able to enjoy Harmonious. Next up, let's move on to one of the new rides coming to Epcot, Remys Ratatouille Adventure. Back in 2014, Disneyland Paris introduced a brand new ride to their Walt Disney Studios park, Ratatouille L'Aventure Totalement Touquet de Remy. I'll just call it Remys Ratatouille Adventure. Ever since the ride opened at Disneyland Paris, it was expected that it would be introduced to Disney World at some point in the future. Well, in July 2017, at the D23 Expo, it was announced that Remys Ratatouille Adventure would be coming to Epcot's France Pavilion. In March 2020, we were really close to finding out the opening date for this brand new attraction, but due to the park's closures, this of course got pushed back. But now we finally have an opening date. On October 1st, 2021, the 50th anniversary date of Walt Disney World and the 39th anniversary of Epcot, Remys Ratatouille Adventure will open at the park. Now, I've experienced this attraction at Walt Disney Studios in Paris, and it is a super fun family attraction. It's a trackless 3D dark ride that makes you feel like you've been shrunk down to the size of a rat, and takes you through Gusteau's restaurant. As well as using 3D screens and effects, there's also giant set pieces and smells which really immerse you into the experience. This ride is going to be an excellent addition to Epcot, and something I think the park has really needed. So if you're heading to Epcot after October 1st, make sure to check out Remys Ratatouille Adventure. Next up, let's talk about the new interactive experience coming to Epcot, Journey of Water, inspired by Moana. Moana is one of my all-time favourite Disney films, so I love that Disney World are bringing a Moana-inspired attraction to Epcot. We don't know lots of information currently about this attraction, But what we do know is that this will be an interactive walkthrough experience which will allow guests to interact with magical living water in an inspiring setting. I don't exactly know what this means, but from looking at the early concept art, I can imagine that the Imagineers will create a really fun and colourful family-friendly experience. Of course, it would have been great to have a Moana themed ride, but I think it's nice to see that Disney are bringing in something different. I don't think the Journey of Water will be anything huge or spectacular, but it still will be a great new addition to Epcot. We don't currently have an opening date for this new experience, but it is looking like it will be opening sometime after the 50th anniversary in 2022. Next up, let's talk about something I am really excited for, a brand new restaurant coming to Epcot called Space 220. On to restaurants now, something that Disney World do the best. It was announced just one day ago, since recording this video, that Space 220 will be opening at Epcot this fall. Now, Space 220 is looking to be one of the most impressive and immersive restaurants across the whole of Disney World. You'll begin by entering a space elevator, which will then launch you 220 miles above the Earth's surface. Upon arriving in space, you'll then be taken to your seats, where you will have an out-of-this-world culinary experience. This isn't just any restaurant, because you'll be dining amongst the stars. The menu will feature internationally inspired cuisine and over 1,000 bottles of fine wine. It's no doubt that this is going to be one of the more popular restaurants to dine at, so if you're visiting Epcot from the end of this year onwards, make sure that when it becomes available, that you book way in advance. Epcot is known for having plenty of restaurants across the World Showcase, which features different food from all over the world. Space 220 will not be found at the World Showcase, but instead will be located in Epcot's Future World. Even though Epcot doesn't lack restaurants, this edition of such an immersive restaurant in Future World is an excellent addition, and I cannot wait to experience it when it opens. Finally, let's move on to what I think is personally the most exciting addition coming to Epcot, the brand new coaster Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. One of the main new additions coming to Epcot, which I myself am really excited for, is the brand new Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind roller coaster. Back in 2017, it was announced that a Guardians attraction will be coming to Disney World. Now, you may already know that over at Disney's California Adventure, the Guardians of the Galaxy took over the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror and turned it into Mission Breakout. This was the first move in creating the new Avengers Campus, which recently opened on June 4th. Now, with Avengers Campus opening at Disneyland Paris sometime in the near future, I'd expect to see their version of the Tower of Terror being converted at some point too. But this isn't confirmed. But with the placement of the Hollywood Tower Hotel being next to where the Avengers Campus is going to be, I wouldn't be surprised if this is the case. But back to Disney World. It was rumoured that the Tower of Terror would be receiving this new overlay back when it was announced that the Guardians were coming. But that wasn't the case. Instead, a brand new Guardians of the Galaxy attraction will be coming between the 50th anniversary and the end of 2022. This means that it's pretty unlikely that the Tower of Terror will ever receive a Mission Breakout overlay, because it's very unlikely that Disney will introduce two rides themed to the same film franchise. Cosmic Rewind is going to be taking over the location of the previous Ellen's Energy Adventure attraction. Construction is way underway, and from what we know so far, the coaster will feature a reverse launch, spin 360 degrees, and take place indoors, just like the Rock and Roller Coaster and Space Mountain. Disney have said that this will be a storytelling coaster, starting off in the Galaxarium, which will be a planetarium-like exhibition. But when the Guardians arrive, chaos will ensue, and you will then end up going on an adventure through the cosmos. Imagineers will have put lots of effort into creating and telling the story on the ride, to create a really immersive experience. I can imagine that this is why it's taken 5 years from announcing the ride until actually opening the ride. It's not yet announced when the ride will actually open, but expect Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind to open before the end of 2022. So there we have it, the top 5 most exciting additions coming to Epcot between now and the end of 2022. Which are you most excited for? Let me know down in the comments below. I personally can't wait to ride Cosmic Rewind, but I would love to know your thoughts. But that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.